So welcome. We have already covered till day 4. Now this is going to be day 5 of our workshop and webinar encoding program. So we have learned a bit. Now there are a lot more to go. Let's start with the agenda for this day 5. In this day 5, we are going to learn about how you're going to create your unique positioning and how you're going to create an offer for your customers. These are two again part of sales, but much required for you to succeed in your business. So let's move ahead. So again, as a firm law, I'm not saying law, but as an affirmation with which we start our day, this is a unique affirmation again, which says that I'm acting in alignment with my true life purpose and all my actions are automatically serving others. So this is an affirmation that you don't need to run after money. If you are really in the mode of serving others, money would be a byproduct. So let's move on after the affirmation on to the unique positioning part. So what do you understand by unique positioning? So unique positioning is supposed to be targeted toward specific customers and solving a specific set of pains for your customers, right? Now, how are you going to do that? So first of all, you have to understand the niche and the unique positioning, and then you are going to find out the pain point of your customers. So what do you mean by niche? Niche is a segment of a business. Let's say manufacturing could be one niche, export could be one niche, retail could be one niche, any business could be one niche. Let's say real estate is a niche, fashion is a niche, health and fitness is a niche. These are the examples of niche. What we are talking about, creating a sub niche and your unique positioning. That is also called as micro niching of your particular service and products. So sub niche is a narrowed and specific segment of your special market or niche, right? I'll be giving you certain examples to make it more clear. And what is the pain point? Pain point is not what actually the customer is saying. Pain point is something which is there in the customer's mind. He may or may not share with you, but he is definitely sharing that with his very close ones. Let's say if a wife or a husband is talking late night on a particular topic, maybe child is not performing well. So that is the pain which is bothering them. So that kind of a pain which we need to research for our customers, exactly what they are looking for, exactly what is the problem which is bothering them out. So these are the two things. Now we'll take some examples and tell you what questions and what positioning we are meaning. Let's say take an example of real estate. So real estate is a niche, right? Now there could be multiple businesses under the niche which is real estate. Could be construction materials, could be investment properties, could be relocation, could be brokering, and could be a building, making a building. So you could be a builder. So these kind of sub niches contribute to a niche which comes under the niche which is real estate. Now what we are trying to tell you is you have to get into the sub niche and position yourself, which will lead to a micro niching. So now the question here is, what kind of a question you are looking for? So it's not about what you are looking for. You have to create something which your customers are looking for. Let's say your customers are looking for small town relocators. Let's say there are B class, C class cities, because A class cities is already full. The competition is high. So you want to position yourself for being a service provider for people who are looking to relocate themselves in small towns, right? So your positioning should be like suburban packers and movers. It's not like, everybody is doing everything for anybody, correct? So understand how we are narrowing it down. So people, your customers who are the people living in class 2 or class 3 cities, they are the people who are really facing challenges when they are looking for some good partners who can relocate them, help them relocating. So your positioning is suburban packers and movers. So anybody who is looking this, you will be fetched, right? Now let's move to another example. So there could be different examples. Let's take some other example for niche and sub niches. So let's say take example of beauty and skincare. So this is a niche. Within that niche, you could have multiple sub niches like cosmetics, skin and laser treatment, makeup, hair care, spas and salon. Now, your customers are looking for this kind of a question. Let's say, best bridal makeup in Delhi. Your customers are searching this question on the internet, saying best bridal makeup in Delhi. Now, how you will be fetched? So you have to position yourself as bridal makeup artist, right? So this bridal makeup, these are the keywords I would say. These keywords, when you search, the search engines, they have crawlers, they'll fetch you. So that is how you're going to position yourself, understanding that customers are looking for bridal makeup and you are a bridal makeup artist. You can see the correlation, right? Let's take another example. Food and nutrition. Again, there could be different sub-niches as mentioned. Now, let's say your customers are looking for healthy desserts for diabetic. Correct? Because diabetic is a disease and people and the doctors, they ask not to eat any kind of a sweet in this particular phase of life when you are diagnosed with diabetic, right? Now, there are a set of people, definitely they'll be looking for some kind of a sweets, although they are being a diabetic patient. So they are looking for what? They are looking for healthy desserts for diabetics, right? Now, if you position yourself as a cake baker for diabetic patients, right? So that automatically you are searched and people will reach out to you. So this is what we call it positioning, right? Based on the sub-niche, we are narrowing down to a particular set of audience with a particular service which they are having a botheration because they're not finding it everywhere, right? So you have made a specific segment for a specific set of customers with their challenges and you're giving them a solution, right? I hope this is making sense. Let's take another example. Marketing. It's a broad term. This marketing niche is very broad. So you could be an advertising agency, you could be doing an offline marketing, you could be doing digital marketing, you may be doing video marketing, or you could be doing a public relationship work. Right now, here, let's say your customer is a law firm and they are specifically looking not only for digital marketers, they are looking for best digital marketing agency for law firms, right? So again, digital marketing is such a thing which could be done for everyone. But when we talk about niching and sub-niching and micro-niching, we say that if you are working for everyone, you're not working for anyone. So you have to work for a specific set of customers, right? So these kind of customers, they are looking for specialist digital marketing agencies who have expertise in helping the law firms. So what they are asking is best digital marketing agency for law firms. And if you position yourself as digital marketing for law firms or digital marketing agency for law firms, that means they are going to connect with you faster, right? Let's move to another. Fashion. So again, fashion is a broad niche. You could be bespoke fashion accessories. You could deal into business wear. You can get into organic clothing, footwear, accessories, and so many things. Now, there is a set of audience who is looking for vegan clothes, right? So now he or the customer is looking on the internet and searching for getting a vegan cloth. Now, if you position yourself as a vegan fashion designer, that means you are done. You are only targeting those kind of specific customers who are looking for vegan clothes, right? Making sense? Yeah, good. So you have to be very, very specific. So this sub-niching and unique positioning is going to give you an aura of being a specialist, right? And this is what the time is for. So if you become a specialist in any of your domains for which you are working, that means people will be understanding and giving value to you better than or more than anybody else who is doing a generalized job. Let's move on to another example, which is travel and tourism. So let's say again, travel and tourism is a big niche, and you could be doing a transportation job, you could have a hotel and resort business, you could be solo traveler or luxury traveler, you could be hiking and mountaineering, and you could be dealing into adventure and sports. So there could be a number of sub niches. As I said, now let's get into the micro niching and unique positioning. So here, let's say somebody is looking for and asking for a question on the internet saying, is it safe for women to go for solo trips? Right? Now this has been a trend now. Many women are going on solo trips, right? So if you want to cater to those segmented audience who are especially women and they are willing to go on solo trips, so your positioning should be a female solo trip planner. So this kind of a positioning, if you give it, this internet will give you better and better clients, and the clients would be happily connecting to you because they are connecting to a person who is exactly solving their problems, right? Moving on. Next example is education, training and consulting. So again, you could be doing business coaching, digital marketing certification, public speaking, interview or training coaching, and the subject coaching matter, right? Teaching and coaching. Now, let's say there is a customer or there is a set of customers who is looking for people who are not able to speak in public, right? So he or she is writing on the question saying that, can a speech challenged do public speaking? That means that person is really facing some kind of a problem, and if you can solve the problem and if you can position yourself as just a speech therapist, so you are going to get connected faster. That is what we are going to do, right? So this is called unique positioning. Again, some other example of health and well-being. Let's say you could be a physiotherapist, you could be dealing into nutrition and diet, you could be a weight loss or fitness trainer, you could be a meditation and yoga guy, or you could be a health insurance advocate, right? So you name anything, these are all under the niche of health and well-being. Now, your customer is looking for what? Let's see the question. How to lose weight post-pregnancy. So we know naturally, whenever there is a pregnancy, post-pregnancy, the woman definitely adds on some weight, and they are looking for people who are readily able to help them to reduce their weight, make them again re-look like what they were earlier. And these kind of services are very specific. So if you can position yourself as just post-pregnancy fitness trainer, so you are confining yourself, but you are exclusively giving this kind of an audience a specialized service, right? So you're not going to give services for anybody and everybody. You are only going to help people, help women who have gained weight and they are looking for post-pregnancy fitness again, correct? So you are positioning yourself as a specialist in this particular micro niche, I would say, saying that you are only helping those women who have gained weight and they want to regain their original shape post-pregnancy, right? So this kind of a unique positioning will be required. Now coming to another example of relationship. Now again, there are different sub-niches: dating, couple counselor, adoption and foster parenting, matchmaking, family conflict counseling, and so many are there as well. Now let's get into unique positioning. So what your customer is looking for? The customer is looking for a foster, they're putting in the question like how to make foster child feel at home. So maybe they have adopted some children, a child, and the children are not gelling with them. So they want somebody to help them gel with the children. So if you write yourself that you are a coach who is a coach specifically for foster parenting, correct? So your positioning becomes foster parent coach for children. So you directly connect with those parents who are looking for this kind of coaches who can help them make their adopted child or the foster child feeling at home with them, right? So this kind of unique positioning you are going to do. Now let's take another example of automobiles. So again, in automobiles you have different sub niches, like let's say best used cars, driving lessons, car customization, two-wheelers, repairing, automobile components and services. Now let's say your customer is interested in customization. So he or she is putting in the question as, where is the best SUV customization available, right? So now this is a specific set of audience. Not everybody is looking for customization, especially in SUVs. But there are customers, there are set of audience that you have to research that what is the volume of this kind of an audience. So once definitely if the Google is giving you some kind of data saying that, okay, this is one of the questions which is searched in volumes, that means that is a business. Now, based on that, you need to position yourself. So what you are positioning yourself as? SUV customizing business. So the moment SUV customization comes into the play, these two keywords again match and you are there with your customer. So these kind of a unique positioning are required much for you to proceed ahead with the segmentation of your audience, right? So now we are going to, I hope this is clear. This 10 examples which I have spoke is very much clear in terms of telling that what do you understand by a niche, what is a sub niche, and what is a unique positioning of your business based on what is being searched on the internet. And this is whatever is searched on the internet is more or less a business, because that is what customer is looking for. So if customer is looking for something, that means there is a potential and people are doing it. So you can do the same, right? So now we'll be moving towards offer creation. So whenever you do an offer creation, you have to create a value stack. So keeping these 5 points in mind, let's talk it one by one. Like number one, the customer, everybody wants to see what's in it for them, right? So you have to create an offer in such a way that customer thinks that, okay, this is for me, right? Now, whenever as a buyer we do have certain objections. So you have to include some bonuses to kill those objections. Let's say if the customer is saying, if you are in a product business and you say there is some installation required, and customer will have an automatic doubt created in the mind that who is going to do that installation. So if you say, sir or ma'am, this is a do-it-yourself thing, and there would be a user manual already given to you. There will be a step-by-step process. It can be done by anybody. Don't need any expertise, and you kill that objection right there. So these kind of objections you have to give, right? You have to kill as an, you have to include in your objection killers, right? Now, you have also to include some multiple freebies. When we say multiple freebies means you have to give it to your customers some free components, some free things which can add to that particular product and service as a complement, right? Or a supplement. Now, in a value stack, you also need to have some fast action bonus for people, right? And you have to also create some urgency. Like you must be seeing on Amazon or any e-commerce site, or any ad which you would be seeing, there would be there will be a star mark or something written like offers ending soon, or there is only one item left in the stock. This kind of a thing, whenever you go and browse on e-commerce website or in some other places in hard format, you will find this kind of a word. So these are things which tells you that there is some kind of an urgency created. If you don't do it, let's say offer is valid till today is, let's say, X date, 30th of August, right? So today is 30th August and the offer is closing on 5th of September. So the customer will be in a state of taking a decision faster. So this is again a psychological ball game, a marketing game, I would say, but it applies to everybody and you should also do that. Right now, again, you will have to see that you have to give 10 times the value of what you are going to charge from the customers. Let's say you are selling a product of 500 rupees. So you have to make your customer understand and believe that whatever 500 you are spending is going to give you the value worth 500 into 10, which is 5,000 rupees. And you know what? Price doesn't matter. Price doesn't matter if you keep on adding value. So the product is not sold. Understand? The value proposition which you create, that is sold on anywhere. So you have to see that value proposition becomes 10 times whatever money you are charging from your customers, right? Okay, so let's take some example. So this is one of the examples for one of those big coaches. Now you can see there is a total value of 11,885 which is showing. Now there are certain things which is a fast action bonus to create urgency, and there are values written here, correct? Now another example where there is shown that there are different kinds of modules, bonuses given, and the total value has been slashed from 44,993 to 4,995. So almost 10 times, as we are saying. Even we are doing almost the same things. Even we are creating different kinds of value stack. And we are saying that our final offer is something like this, right? So now you have to have again a homework for day 5, wherein you have to find your unique positioning. So you have to note down the pain points of your audience using Quora and formulate your unique positioning. So you can go to different sites as well. Quora is one of them. We can explain other sites, other tools which are readily available on internet. And then you have to create your offer. So before you create your offer, you have to list down the objections your audience might be having, and you have to build an offer which is irresistible, right? So people should be looking at the offer and thinking, yes, this is the thing which I'm looking for, and this is giving me more sense. So that's it in day 5. Looking forward to see you in day 6.